Google says the number of government requests to access and remove online data has risen throughout 2012. The US once again topped the list, asking for the private information of almost 8,000 users in the first 6 months of the year. To discuss the surveillance trend, I'm now joined by Loz Kay, leader of the UK Pirate Party. Not only personal data being requested, but also contents being requested to be removed. What sort of stuff is being removed that should not be removed, do you think?
Well, we've seen a very worrying trend. Each time that these reports have been published by Google, we've seen an increase of requests from a whole range of things. There's been a lot of copyright requests, but also, I think most alarmingly, is this trend towards requesting personal data. And it's particularly this area where we've seen we've seen a significant increase from the United States. The United States is way out ahead in these requests, with India just coming in a distant second. And I think it's particularly this. It's not so much the takedown things, but I think it's particularly these requests for personal information.
But really, isn't security a big aspect here, Loz? Sorry to interrupt, but I mean, surely governments do have a reason for demanding the removal of certain data or indeed access to personal information, such as state security and fighting terrorism, aren't they? Good reasons.
We hear this mantra of national security all the time. There are perfectly legitimate ways to gain information, that is through the rule of law and through getting a warrant in a court. What is particularly alarming is that actually this is part of a general trend towards governments wanting to gain more and more personal information about citizens. And we can see that here in the United Kingdom, for example. The government is proposing a so-called snoopers chart to track all our email contacts, our website use, and phone records. Now, this is supposedly to keep us safer, but in fact, it does the reverse. By storing actually unnecessary data on this, it puts us more at risk because this data is in danger from hackers, for example. So this blanket surveillance doesn't help our security, quite the reverse.
Just quickly, should Google be complying with this?
Well, Google have actually been doing us all a favor by being transparent about these requests. They actually have very little option, frankly. And I think we need to see it in the context of the kind of government we want. We're seeing the wrong relationship now between states and citizens. Citizens are turning into suspects, and that is an alarming development.
Loz, thank you very much for your thoughts on this. Loz Kay, leader of the UK Pirate Party, joining me live there in Manchester in the UK.